are that about 100 years ago, companies in the Western world ran into a problem. Consumers had everything they needed, and so the companies came up with a great idea. And nowadays, companies are studying your brain to get you to keep buying more stuff. For marketing and... I hear a locket. Here, guy, to tell you how companies are getting into your head. In the 1950s, a clever marketer shocked the world with an astonishing experiment. He flashed the messages, "Drink Coca-Cola," and "Eat popcorn" on the cinema screen too briefly for the audience to even notice. He claimed this had people rushing to the counters in droves to buy Coke and popcorn. This is Prince 𝐍𝐞𝐮𝐫𝐤𝐚, a marketing professional. He and neuroscientist Matt Johnson wrote a book on how companies tailor their marketing to our brains. So the good thing is, we are not mindless shopping zombies. But we do make a lot of our decisions subconsciously. And that's where neuromarketing comes in. And do I really want the apple? We don't know if we actually want the apple or if we'd prefer the chocolate bar, but our brain of blood. And that's why neuromarketers have adopted a range of technologies in their marketing studies to see what's happening under the hood inside consumers' brains. Functional magnetic resonance imaging and electroencephalograms measure activity in the brain. Eye tracking shows where we direct our attention, and heart rate and skin conductance show what we find exciting. Take Cheetos, for example. When its parent company Frito-Lay asked consumers how they felt about the brand, many said, well, it's a bit of a kid's snack. And when they look at their brains, it turned out people got a real kick out of getting their fingers messy with this orange dust that they colored in. It is what are investing in this type of research, most of which is happening in secret. Through neuroscience, but also with the help of psychology and behavioral economics, they get a pretty good idea of what nexus takes. And they use this knowledge to get us to buy more of their stuff. Then I'm going to give you full examples of this that you've probably seen in your everyday life. At one, they wear you down. Our brain operates in two different thinking modes. It's what's called System 1, which is fast, unconscious, and automatic. And then there's System 2, which is deliberate and conscious, but takes a lot of effort. Bold. If I ask you, what is your name? System 1 will immediately have an answer to that question. But if I ask you, what is 23 times 48, you're going to have to switch to System 2. This requires effort. Now imagine you're going grocery shopping. You have to find your way around the different aisles and make loads of decisions in a short amount of time. And you finally get to the checkout counter, you're tired. A shocking trip, retailers tempt you with loads and loads of sugary snacks that you might just pick up at the very last moment. And shopping malls exploit the same situation. They're confusing, they're overwhelming, they're quite frankly exhausting, so you're more prone to spend money on something that you might not even need. 2, they tell you what the right price is. Let's say you walk into a store and you see a bottle of wine for, I don't know, let's say $15. The brain doesn't really know if this is a lot or if this is not a lot, so it's immediately starting to look for some context. To create their kind of impressions of the price range, not by knowledge, by information, but rather by kind of sampling reality. And the store will happily give your brain a reality to latch onto, placing a second bottle next to it costing $50. Now your brain thinks $15, but it's actually a pretty good deal, so it's very likely you're going to buy this bottle. Our brains keep you on the treadmill. Another quirk of our brain that brains are using is that it's constantly seeking pleasure. But check out this can. Coca-Cola made it look like it's smiling to tie in with its brand image of happiness. And in literally every ad for watches, the time is set to 10:10, because that makes it look like the watch is smiling at you. These types of subtle hints are called primers. A lot of this stuff is having in our heads for companies, and it is in your best interest not to reveal it, but we would be silly to think that this isn't part of the experiential design that companies are creating to better lead. So, where does all this leave us? Are we ultimately just puppets without a will of our own, buying whatever corporations throw our way? Or do we have a choice?